The floods in Pakistan, while they have devastated large amounts of territory and dislocated over 1 million people and have caused problems in terms of their homes and their livelihood, do not constitute a fundamental shift in the status of the Pakistani state, which was already suffering from all sorts of chronic problems, including the more recent Taliban insurgency. One of the key concerns from this flood has been that what does this do to the Pakistani counterinsurgency effort against Taliban rebels and the other transnational jihadists affiliated with Al Qaeda in their territory? Obviously, the Pakistanis have had to pull tens of thousands of troops from that effort and redeploy them towards rescue and relief operations. At the same time, the jihadists have also been affected in terms of their operations. Floods do not discriminate, and that would explain why they came out with a statement that said that they were halting their operations because of the floods. One purpose was to conceal their true nature, in which they too have suffered. And of course, adding to that, trying to improve their social standing, that they are considerate in terms of the suffering of the people. That said, the Taliban and their sympathizers and other extremist organizations and other radical movements have been reportedly engaged in a lot of relief efforts in areas where the government has not been able to reach the people. Does that mean that the stock of the Taliban is now about to soar? No. The Taliban have been engaged in a war against the state which has killed so many civilians that it's unlikely that they'll be able to improve by any significant measure their social standing. What it does do is make the job of the state harder in terms of fighting them. Ultimately, the state and the armed forces rely on public support for any counterinsurgency effort and offensive. And when we go into areas where the militants have been active in providing relief as opposed to the government, then the people will say, well, where were you when the floods hit us? The Taliban are not going to come out benefiting a whole lot from this catastrophe, in that their stock is not going to rise. What they will benefit from is the difficulties that the state will face in fighting them. So we need to keep those distinctions, which it seems to be lost in the public discourse on this subject.